Hello everyone, how you all doing? I hope you guys are doing very well. That's always my prayers for you. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Fifi. Always, I bring us the heart and the mind of God. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. I welcome you as well. If you're somebody that has been watching me on Facebook, my friends on Facebook, you guys rock. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you so much for inviting other people to hear what the Lord is saying to us for this season of our lives. Thank you for encouraging me to do what I'm doing. I'm so grateful. Today, I bring us again the mind of God. God wants to talk to us in the area of being productive, being a doer. The Bible says, be a doer and not a hearer only. Child of God, God has placed so much in us that is definitely going to break his heart if we do not allow him to pull those things out from us. It's just like a container, a ship that came into a country that somebody imported something, and that thing got into that country, and at the port, the whole goods are sitting in a container wasting. And at the end of the day, that container will waste, and those things will waste and rot away, and nobody is going to make use of it. Meanwhile, not that the actual container or the vessel did not land in the place that is supposed to be. It came to the right place. It came to the right destination. But the people refused to open it so that those things in that container can come out. That is exactly how God is seeing our life. When you do not allow him to pull out those things that he has placed in you, open up yourself. By opening up yourself, those things that God has placed in you can come out. Stop watching other people live their lives. Stop watching other people fulfill their destiny. Stop watching other people fulfill their assignment or their purpose in life. Yet you have something in you that God has placed in you that you can equally do. The person you're looking at, admiring, has the courage and the confidence to step out to do the things that you're looking at. It is not wrong for you to watch people that are successful, but it is wrong for you to watch them and still do nothing about yourself, about your life. God brought you to that person's video that you're watching. God made you to pick up that book or that manual or that journal to read it because there is something he's telling you. If this person can have the courage to write this book and put it in a shop for you to read, you too can equally do something that he has placed in you to do. He gave us the ability, all of us has the ability to do things. But only those that are bold and able to open up or step out to do those things that he has placed in them to do were able to achieve the purpose meant for those things. God is still speaking. Stop praying and asking God to do things that you are not ready, or you are not ready to obey him. He said, stop praying, when you know that you are not ready to go out and take a bold step and go out and do the things that he's telling you to, you should stop calling on him. Stop calling on him because you are not ready. He is not the one delaying, you are. Everything that you are going to use or need on this or need to work out or do the things that you've been praying and asking is down here on, it's not in heaven, it is here on earth. God made sure that every and anything that we are going to need or use, he made sure that he provided for those things before he created man. Why did he make us last? Because he doesn't want a situation that he put us first and then we'll come here and now start struggling or looking at, oh, we need to eat now. God did not provide food for us. No. He made sure that everything was made available before we were sent here on earth. We are the only one delaying our destiny. We are holding ourselves back. Whatsoever that we are asking God to do for us is not in heaven. No, it's not. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Let whatsoever that is in heaven be here, manifest here on earth. Meaning, all the things that we are asking him, he made it available. He replicated everything on earth. So whatsoever that you're asking God for, if you're asking God for money, whatever country that you are, the notes, there is no note, pound note or naira note or shilling or pounds or dollar in heaven. No. All those currencies that you're looking at, they are made out of wood, tree. He created the tree. So people have to make an effort to produce the currency that you're using. Even the coins notes that you're using they are made out of gold. The resources that he made available on the earth, they were not, he didn't throw them down from heaven. So why do you keep asking and praying when you know that you're not ready to step out to do the things that he asks you to do? Every day, he says, every day we come to him praying, God, please do this for me. God, do this for me. God, I need a job. God, I need a husband. God, I need money. God, I need this. But you will not get up to go out there and do the things that you're supposed to do so that those things can come to you. You grew up in a place or in a church that the only thing they told you that they told you that you need to do is to pray. Yes, after praying, then what? What next? After praying, what next? If it's a job, after praying, where and where have you searched for a job? Where and where have you send your CV? If it's a business plan, a business proposal, where have you sent your proposals? If it's a business you want to start, have you studied about the business that you want to go into? Or you are running a business and it's not growing, and you have prayed and asked for him, and he has asked you maybe to go for a training, to study more on that, to study more on the people that are progressing in that thing that you are doing. No, all you keep doing is every day you pray. I'm going on 30 days fasting. Because this business I don't understand. 30 days fasting. And you came out from that 30 days fasting and still nothing is happening. That is because you are not listening. You are not obeying. Let us stop this being complacent of, they say pray. Prayer cannot pay your house rent. No. Prayers alone. When you pray, God will tell you what to do. You don't keep praying now. I'm a pastor. You sit down and the only thing you do is to pray and fast so that people will bring. Those people are working. They are doing something. Your congregation is not that massive. You have already relaxed, waiting for tithe and offering. You are lazy. Sorry to use that word, but that's the right thing to say. You are lazy. The Spirit of God is speaking. He's using my voice, but you're lazy. Get up and go look for something to do now that your church is growing. There are businesses that you can do aside from your what is it called? Your ministry, your call. The priest in the Bible, the Levites. You could remember in the Bible when Joshua was allocating the remaining sites for them. He encouraged them, he pleaded them to give the Levites, since they don't have portions, that they give them something out of their own portion so that they will have a place to. They are not going to live on the tree or outside or in a church. No, at least they gave them some portion of land, and the ram and whatsoever the lamb and whatsoever they donated, they equally pasture them. They don't kill everything. They have something they were doing outside. Their children, they were rearing sheep. Child of God, stop watching others fulfill their own destiny, fulfill their own assignment on earth. Stop. Stop. It is now time for you to go out there and do something for yourself. Do something with your life. With Pastor, God is speaking. Stop praying and only praying every day. What are you doing? I'm going on a 30 days fast. After, when you come out from that 30 days fast, you don't have a business you're running. You don't have anything that you don't have a job. You're praying and doing what? You're in the mountain. Is that where you're going to get? Now they've given you a prophecy. The prophecy is for you to go out and do something. Now they said ministry is giving money, you know. When you're doing ministry, when you go out to pray for people, they will dash for how long? You pray for this person today, they give you money. You pray when you don't get revelation and you keep praying and your prayers are not working. Excuse me, are not working anymore. They will stop calling you. When they will stop calling you now, you running around looking for who is after your life, who is after your ministry. No, nobody is after it. You are. Go and develop yourself. Go and do something. Did God really call you on that thing that you're doing, or you just saw that every other person is doing it? It's working for them. Let me go and see if this thing they say is working for them. Let me go and try it out. Now you go on 60 days on the mountain. You came back. You prayed for somebody and something happened. Now that becomes your career. If that ministry that you are running is not what God calls you to run, you're not going to succeed in it. Preaching the gospel is not the only ministry that God has for us. Wherever you are a minister. You can be a minister in a finance. You can be a minister in a marketplace. You can be a minister in an entertainment industry. You can be a minister in fashion industry. You can be a minister anywhere and everywhere you are. The way your business is prospering, people will want to know how you do it. When they look at your life, they see the attributes of God in you, they will want to join you. You are ministering to the people around you. When you are a teacher, a lecturer, you are also a minister of Jesus. The way you treat people, the way you relate to them, when you tell them that this is this, and that is exactly how that thing is. You don't go about sitting to plan against somebody. You don't sit and discuss somebody behind their back. When they do something, you don't call their attention. You run and report them to the higher authority because you want to become the better person. You want to be the right person, better person, and so that you paint them black with brush, different types of brushes to paint them. The other day he did this, the other time he did that, the other day you did this, the other day you did that. Yes, so that you can become a better person. And tomorrow you tell them you have a program in church and you're inviting them to come to your church. Ministering is not only when you take the microphone and mount the pulpit. No. At your place of work, wherever God has placed, wherever you are as a child of God, you can equally become a minister in your environment. Let us stop this. I am a pastor. I am a man of God. I will sit down and wait for tithe to come. When the tithe or offering doesn't come, when somebody doesn't come to bless you, your children will not go to school. Your children cannot eat. You cannot pay house rent. Every time the landlord is coming to disturb you, to disgrace you, because you are disgracing God. Because you refuse to align the proper way so that he can teach you, tell you who you are, how you can produce and bless others. You are supposed to be a fountain that can flow so that others can drink from you. When they see your life, you preach the gospel. You help the widows. You help the orphans. You feed the poor. You give. You send children to school. You give people. You give out cars. You build houses for people as a minister of God. Tell me why people wouldn't want to become like you. Why? Tell me why you will not be attractive, or you cannot attract people to you. Child of God, you can become a minister of God. Maybe God called you to the area of pulpit and still be successful in your business. You can become a millionaire in your business. Aside from church, you can run a big business that when you step in, things will change. People will wonder, how come? He's a man of God. How come he has time for all these businesses? How come? That is because God is giving you an insight. Even though you are not always in the office to sit down and talk. Yes, in a place of prayer, in a place of separation, by you separating yourself to talk to God. God is not only there, but God. People think that when you always pray as a man of God, a successful man of God, when you are in your prayers, God is only telling you about the Bible. You're joking. You are a joker. To think that the only thing that God can talk to you about is His word, Bible. How Moses divided the Red Sea. How he fed the children of Israel for 40 days in the wilderness. You're joking. God is a business-minded God. He's business-minded. He's business-oriented. He's business-minded. His kingdom has to be run. How is he going to run his business? By telling his people to be speaking in tongue tongue for what? In this realm that we are in, is it tongue? Is it when you go to shop? Is it tongue that you pay? You pay with when you go to the shelf to pick up things at the counter. Is it tongue praying in tongues that you give to them? No, it's money. So he's equally going to show you how to make that money so that when you go to the shop to buy things, you pay. Let us be wise. Let us stop watching others be successful. And we go out there and say we are child of God. With your dusty shoes. Your smelly armpits. You enter somebody's office to running with sweat, smelling. With a Bible as big as this massive Bible. We are from church. We want to preach to you. We want to tell you about God, about Jesus, what Jesus can do. The thing Jesus can do that has not first started with your life. You can preach Jesus without opening your mouth. You can preach Jesus without carrying every day Jesus on your face, or carrying one big tag. Jesus loves you. I'm a child of God. No. By your success, you attract people. They want to know. They will not want to only know your business side. They want to know your personal life. How does this person live? How does this person run this business? How come? How come? They will now want to poke into your personal life. That's when they will find out, when they follow you. Some people will bring out people to follow you to see if you do dirty deals, you're a drug dealer. If you do shady business, who is he hanging out with that we don't know? When they follow you, they will, on Sunday they will see you. You drive into church. They will enter the church and sit down with you to know if truly what you're saying is truth. You finish the service, you drive back home. Weekend, you're there. Sometimes when you sit in the office, your PA, no, people are around you in the office. As an executive, know that this guy doesn't speak to anybody. The moment he walks in his office, he closes the door and he will not do anything, answer any call, except he says his prayer. When he's not doing anything, he's listening to messages. People will say, no wonder. No wonder. We've trained this guy for like over a year to see the kind of life he's living. You find out you're definitely going to convert some people without you knowing. He is successful. They always find him in church. When you sit around him, he discusses God with you because you're close with him. When it's something that there is something that is crucial, a business that you bring a professor, you will say, just give me time. Just give me time. I'll pray about it. Just give me time. And when he says give him time, you give him time and he comes back and he's coming back with a definite answer. Child of God, God can do that for us. That is the God we should know. That is the side of God he's opening up for his people to know. Stop being a beggar. Child of God, but you're running to somebody that doesn't believe in God to help you. Child of God. God is speaking. God is speaking. Let us hear him. Let us obey him. Prayer and fasting alone cannot give you a breakthrough. Praying is a communication. You go and talk to God and tell him your problem. When you tell him your problem, don't not explain to him how big that problem is. Just tell him what you are going through, and he's equally going to tell you how to solve it. When he tells you how to solve them, obey. Because when you go to the hospital and tell a doctor what to do, doctor, what is wrong with you? or what is happening to you, he is going to examine you, ask you questions. After that, he's definitely going to prescribe medications for you. You don't take that medication home and put it on your table and expect the medication to start working on you. No. You are expected to take the medications. When you take the medications, that is when you start seeing relief on your body. That is how it is with God. You've prayed. He's telling you you're not listening. He's giving you visions, you're not listening. He's putting thoughts in you, you're not doing anything. He's giving you dreams. You wake up, I had this wonderful dream. I saw myself here. I saw, the only thing you saw yourself driving. But you didn't remember how you started driving. He said something before you saw yourself driving. Or when you're driving, you drove to a certain place that was so clear to you. When you saw that thing and you woke up, you didn't remember and you wrote it down. Take it back to him. God, you showed me this, but I didn't get the clear revelation on it. Please, what is it all about? He can lead you to listen to somebody that has already been successful in that thing. Or when you listen to that person, pay attention. You equally get exactly what he's trying to explain to you that you didn't get when he was speaking. Let us be a doer and not a watcher. Stop watching other people. You watch one video from one video to another. Now you want to learn how to do this. No, this one I'm not today. You want to you start watching movies. After that, you start watching comedy. Have you seen this? This guy is funny. He's always funny. Can you hear what he's saying? He's always, that is what you do with your own data. You buy data to watch other people make funny jokes, and you laugh, and at the end of the day, nothing. A businessman. You don't want to grow. Now you've bought a motorbike. You just build a two room and parlor in your compound. That's it. You have arrived. The next thing, you go and bring somebody's daughter and put the person there. After 3 years, the person will start struggling. Is that what God has for us? Is that how we see God? The enemy has painted him black for a long time. Now he's coming out to tell us the truth. You have tried this one that he's telling us today. Obey. That job that you're in, you've been promoted to become a manager. You've promoted to become a CEO. Why can't you pray or fight to become, so that they can make you a partner in that company? Because of the contribution that you have made. They've bought your time worth more than what they are paying you. You know exactly what you're doing for the company. Because you are afraid. You know that equally, if you can step out and do this thing on your own, it's a matter of time. You will prosper. But no, you are afraid. I don't want to step out now. You know, from this company, I've bought like two houses. What if God wants to give you multiple companies? What if he wants to make you an employer of millions? Because you are afraid. You know, deep down you, a lot of things that you've contributed in that company has seen the growth of that company. But because you're afraid, you only want to see people grow. I'm not saying it's wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to work. It's for you to acquire knowledge. It's for you to get confident that if this person can do it, somebody else can do it. I can do it. This person that achieved their own success, they didn't have two heads. Their head is one. When you look at them, it's human being. The only thing they conquered was fear. They didn't allow fear to hold them down the way it's holding you down. They didn't allow fear to stop them the way fear is stopping you. That's the only difference. That's the difference. Not that you cannot do it, but you are afraid. Where you have placed yourself, you are afraid of coming down. What if God wants you to come down so that you can start building up from the ground level? Not if he gives you whatsoever you're asking him from that level, you might not value it. So he might want you to come down so that you can start from the scratch, so that whatsoever you are building, you value them. You know how to treat it right. You know how to handle it. You know how to manage them. You know how not to misuse things. Not that he hates us. He doesn't want us to enjoy those things. No. So that you can learn how to value things. All you need to is to, like Americans will say, to put notes after notes, from mortgage to one mortgage. You buy a car today, they will tell you that you're qualified for the latest one. You now jump in and you're sinking into debt. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all those things. If you can't afford, if you can't put cash down for it, it's okay. You can go for it, but to a certain stage. There's another day that say cut your coat according to your size. Cut your coat according to your fabric. Don't force yourself into something that will take you for the next 30 years of your life. You're still paying for something that you know that wasn't necessary. That if you have started saving and building up and build up, you will get to that thing. You know, it is a matter of time. Let them laugh. Let people laugh at you. Let them laugh. They are sinking into debt and they are having fun and they're laughing at you that you're taking your time to build your own resources, building up and coming up, as you're allowing the Spirit of God to lead you, as you're allowing the Spirit of God to teach you what to do, as you're allowing the Spirit of God to help you develop yourself. They are making fun of you now. Right, fine, let them make fun of you. You are paying the price now that will benefit you, so that when they will start paying their own price, you'll be enjoying. You'll be enjoying. You'll find out that maybe in the next 20 years, they will be the one coming to you to help them, because now they are tired. They've overworked themselves. They can no longer do anything. They will now, you find out at the end of the day, you might help them by they will come to work for you. Because that's the only thing you can do for them. You can't keep giving them money. The max you can do for them is to employ them in your company. Just create one space that they were not necessary. Just create one space and put them in there, so that they can continue until they carry back their vessel, the content they came down to earth with. They carry it back. What can you do? You can't force them to do what they are not ready to do. If only we can conquer that fear in us. If only we can conquer the fear in us. There are more. What if you fail? What if you don't fail? What if you make mistakes? Without mistakes, you cannot learn. Make the mistakes. It's your mistake. Make the mistake. And you correct it so that next time you know this is not the right way to do it. That's what mistakes are for. Sometimes you fail. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you learn. That's what I want to say. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you learn. Don't call it a failure. Just call it a learning process. If this didn't happen, maybe I wouldn't have known to do it this way. Start having that mentality. When that is in you, you can become successful. Child of God, prepare. Go out there as you're working. If you're somebody that is working, that is employed, that is working for somebody, you can write that book. You can write that script. You can write that business plan and be looking at it, praying about it, strategizing, reading about those things that you want to go into. Study it, learn. There's no harm in learning. Learn. So that at the end of the day, you come out on top. So that when you step out in fear, you know that, yeah, this has been in me for a very long time. It's a matter of time. If you want to be a content creator, do something. Use what you have. All these successful content creators, when you listen to them, 10 years without giving up, 10 years doing the same thing, but making changes along the way, developing themselves, learning, studying, watching other people too. As they are watching other people's video, is for them to get ideas from them, the things that they can bring into their own that will make it grow more, learn more, develop more, progress more. That is what you're supposed to be doing when you're watching other people's video. If you want to become a content creator, not just to have fun. Let me see what this person is wearing today. How come her makeup is like this? How come her earring? How come she's wearing this clothes? And you don't want to hear what she's saying. You're there to criticize. That is why you are where you are today. Let us be a doer, not a watcher. God has placed so much in us for us to allow that to waste. Find it out. Those people that are successful didn't just wake up one morning and became successful. They did something. Some of them were employed to work for some people for certain time, for certain stage. Some of them, they will tell you that when they are working, they were watching their money, learning from their supervisors, trying to learn things about the company, how the company started. They read books concerning the companies because they had the opportunity. That is what helped them when they were starting their own business. You can do that, child of God. God is an entrepreneur. Go and become one. Work for yourself. You can. Don't say it. You can. When you start it along the line, you can then employ people in some of the areas that you know that you no longer, you know that somebody else is something that you can pay, you can afford to pay, that so that somebody else can do them. They take more of your time. You can at least employ people in those areas to do the areas that they are good at. You give it, you source them out. But start something first. Those people that you have employed to come and work with you, when they look at you and see how good you are in what you are doing, that can encourage them, give them confidence to go out and start their own. That was the plan for God when he placed Adam in the Garden of Eden, so that when he look at those things, any child that any children that he's going to bear in that Garden of Eden, his mind, so that he can train those children with that mindset, and so that when they go out, they will develop the mindset that from here you can grow more, from here you can develop, from here you are not going to be stagnant. You know that with time, it is always good to open up so that more things, more revelations can come to you so that you can do things. Be creative. That was why God gave him the opportunity to name the animals. Not that God doesn't know how to name those things or doesn't have names for those things. He excuse me. He wanted to show Adam how to do things on his own. What he has placed in him, the ability to be creative. When you look at yourself, you know how to combine. You bring this one, you bring this one, clothes, and put them together and combine things, and they will come out nice. You know how to make contribution. Let's do this way. Let's do this way. And when that plan is being executed, it becomes successful. You know all those things. If you were not good, they wouldn't have made you a manager. After all, you are not the only one that were there, that they chose to make you a manager. No. Because they saw how good you are. They saw the potentials in you. You can take that somewhere else. Become your own manager. Do it yourself. You can. It's only fear that is stopping us. It's only fear. What if? What if? What if? What if? What if? That's the only thing that is keeping us. What if this doesn't work? What if I fail? What if this one? What if the money runs out? What if I don't have tomorrow? What if this one doesn't? What if it doesn't work? What if? That's because you're not looking at the people that stepped out and it worked for them. You're only seeing the failed ones. If you're among people that are like-minded, leave. Just exit from there. You need somebody that is higher than you, that thinks higher than you. If you live around people that do the same thing, you go to work, you come back, you eat, weekends, you meet up somewhere. On Monday, you go back and do the same thing. The same Friday, you meet up somewhere and you drink. Next day, nobody is talking about business plans. Nobody is talking about how to move forward. Nobody is talking about how to invest. Nobody is talking about how to. Child of God, run. Run from that. You don't belong there. That is why you're hearing messages like this. You don't belong. There is so much in you. Don't waste it. Do not waste it. Those things are placed there, not for you, but for other people. Don't allow it to waste. You can. Other people that you're watching their videos, watching you on the TV, you're watching a movie. If that person did not determine or enhance herself or himself and try to become that thing that you are admiring, there won't be a movie for you to watch. Even the things that you go out in the shop to buy, if the person that produced that thing didn't think or believe that it's possible to produce it, you won't find it to buy. So you can equally help other person by bringing out that which God, there's knowledge in you that God has placed in you that is for other people. Don't be selfish. You can. It's possible. Yeah, you've tried it before. You failed. Go back and try it again. Do you know how many things that I've tried that have failed? I didn't give up. I'm still coming up with something else. Now I know exactly. Now I know where God has my own assignment. I have my own calling, my own ministry. Not only the podcast, my other areas of ministry that God is taking me, leading me and directing me. You can. That is why you should get your own templates. And when you get your own template, don't leave God out of it. Let him be your advisor. Let him be your counselor. Let him be your partner, because he's the one calling you to partner with him. But whatsoever he's doing it. You are doing. He's doing it through you. So don't think that you are the one doing it. That is why you are afraid. You are the one that you think that you're the one that will go out there and do it. No, you are going out with him to do it. When you step out and you're listening to him, remember that you are in partner with somebody, that you're definitely not going to step out and do or take decision without him. That is when it becomes easy. That is when it becomes easy. You're not going to fail. You have tried it before and it didn't work. Go back now, this time around, make him your soul counselor. He can use other people to speak to you, but make him, first of all, make sure that whoever that you're listening to is a direction from God. Is a direction that you got from him. Listen to this person. And when you listen and whatsoever he has for you from that person, whenever you get to that point, he will make sure that your spirit is alert. You will get attention. You will know exactly what he wants you to start doing at that time. He will now start telling you, do it. Put it in practice it. Inculcate that into what you are doing at the moment. That is how it works with God. Stop being a watcher. You have something in you that needs to come out so that others can benefit from them. Child of God, I hope this message blesses you. I pray you find it helpful. You already know. It blesses you. Make sure you share. Make sure you tell others about it. Tell others to watch, to listen. Because I know that even in every message I have recorded and put out there, I go back to and listen to them. And by the time I finish, I'll find out there are things that I said that I didn't even know that I said them while I was recording. And they also blesses me. And they help me as well to go out there and do whatever God has called me to do. Child of God, let somebody else know. And as you're hearing this today, be a doer. Child of God, you are only afraid because you don't know that God is going to work with you. He's only calling you to partner with him. Partner with him. Don't step out to do anything. Don't take any decision without him. With him, you can conquer. They say with God, all things are possible. With God in it, all things are possible. He's not the only one doing it. If you invite him in, God in it is possible. But without him, you struggle. So share so that somebody else can benefit from it as well. And if you happen to sit down and discuss with the person that you have introduced to this video, find out how the person is doing. Find out if the person is actually doing what he's listening to, as you two are doing. Encourage the person as you're doing it. Encourage the person. See, after listening to this message, I decided to step out and do this thing. And now I can see it's working for me. I'm beginning to see light in it. I'm beginning to understand what she was talking about. Do that today. Child of God, it's okay. Share your testimonies as well. Where any area that this message has helped you, share your testimony so that whoever that reads it as well can also benefit from it. So that the person can go out there and do this and carry out. Let us not waste whatsoever God has placed in us. God is not happy with us. The way we are just relaxing. Every day we come to pray and ask him and he will tell us something and we are not carrying it out. He's not happy with that attitude, that kind of life. He's hearing us. He's speaking to us. He's not the one holding. God is moving. You are not he's not the one. You are not waiting for him. He is waiting for you. When you make a move, you see that he is there with you. Step out, child of God, and do it. I pray the blessings of God over your life. I pray his shalom peace upon you. I pray that his favor, that you find favor in whatsoever that he has instructed you to do and you have stepped out to do them. I pray that the grace to continue to keep on going be upon your life. And I pray his wholeness, his shalom peace, nothing missing, nothing broken upon your life. I pray that every prayer request that you have presented before him shall be answered. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Shalom.